God of War Ragnarok. Kratos' revenge on the Olympian gods has been in the dust for many years, and he now lives as a mortal in the realm of Norse gods and monsters. In this extremely cold and barren land, only fighting can survive, he taught his son.
What do you even know of godhood? In your lifetimes, has anyone ever worshipped you? Ever prayed to you? Can you even imagine that kind of love? No! You don't care about anything beyond yourself. Beyond the monster who kills without cause.
Tekken 8. Series producer Katsuhiro Harada said the trailer was actually taken directly from a part of the currently in development story mode, running on the PlayStation 5 console. All character models, backgrounds and effects, all shots are rendered in real time running at 60 frames per second. The development team has been working hard to bring a breakthrough new experience, using the powerful performance of the latest generation of game consoles to continuously improve the sense of power in battle. Rise of the Ronin. Nioh production team Team Ninja announced a new action RPG will be exclusive to PS5 in 2024. Described as a combat-centric open-world action role-playing game, the game takes place at the end of the 300-year-old Edo period in Japan, often referred to as the end of the curtain. Bound warrior.
As your blades carve a new future. Your time has come. Rise as one.
Lost Soul Aside. The game was first developed by Yang Bing alone in 2014. The first trailer was released in 2016 and caused a sensation. In October of the same year, it was invited by Sony to join the Sony China Star program. In 2017, he established his own company in Shanghai, Shanghai Linksy Information Technology Co., Ltd. A game tells that after the war, an unknown monster appeared in the world. The protagonist Kaiser accidentally merged with the monster arena, and began to embark on a journey to find mysterious rough stones scattered all over the world for their respective goals. Stellar Blade, formerly known as Project E, will now be titled in Latin for the combination of the stars Stellar and Eve Blade. Eve and her comrades airborne to the surface, trying to retake the lost Earth, and met a survivor named Adam. Eve followed Adam to Zion, the last remaining city, and met the Elder Okar, who told many stories. On a mission to save the planet, Eve develops close relationships with key members of Zion and contributes to rebuilding the city.
그건 신상 모독이에요. 릴리, 부탁해. 난 이렇게 위해 태어난 거야. 이렇게 된 이상 나도 몰라요.
Forspoken has been postponed to January 23, 2023. In the game, Frey Holland, a young man from New York, was transported by a mysterious force from New York to the suffocating land Aishia and was stuck there unable to leave. She found that her arm was inexplicably wrapped around a self-conscious and magical bracelet, and she could cast powerful spells and use magic to move around the vast land of Aishia. Frey nicknamed this golden new partner Kungfu, and with this, she embarked on a journey to find her way home.
よし、やってやろうじゃ。
Final Fantasy XVI. Yoshida Naoki revealed at the recent face-to-face meeting that the focus of the new work's combat system has shifted to real-time combat, instead of traditional turn-based, considering that there are also players who are not very good at action games. So I made two modes in the new work: action mode and story mode. Event mode is not simply to reduce the difficulty of combat. Instead, it provides the player with a series of items that can be equipped. Wearable AI to toggle various accessibility features, makes all aspects of combat easier. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the second installment of the FF7 Remake project. The trailer shows our protagonist Cloud walking around with Sephiroth, as well as a picture of Zack's heavily wounded Cloud. The developers said, even if players haven't touched the first part of the remake, it also won't create a sense of separation when playing the second part. It is even more recommended to play the second game directly. And this game will form a trilogy with the unnamed third game. Details about the third installment are sparse, but it has entered the development stage. And it is currently certain that the second game will be released as a PlayStation 5 exclusive game in the winter of 2023. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will be released on the PS5 platform in 2023. With Peter Parker and Miles Morales on the same stage, and Venom will appear. Tony Todd Candyman voiced Venom, and Marvel's previous VP of Creative said the game will be darker than Marvel's Spider-Man. The game is set in the modern open world of New York, and there are many combat systems such as aerial combat, Spider's senses and instinctive reactions, and triumphs. Marvel Wolverine. Insomniac Games released a picture, in the chaos of the traditional American pub brawl. Wolverine wearing a shirt and a cowboy hat is sitting at the bar, and the injury on his fist also represents this. Who is the winner of the chaos? And finally, the iconic Wolf Claws came out, but I don't know if it's an official sellout. This time I didn't give Logan's face. Maybe Hugh Jackman's face model is expected to log into the game? Synduality, the new mecha work of Bandai Namco. In the game setting, the protagonist will embark on a new dystopian journey with his artificial intelligence partner Magus to explore the apocalyptic world of Amnesia. In this futuristic world where humans and artificial intelligence must figure out how to work together, use your mechanical equipment to compete for resources, avoid heavy rains, and reclaim the land lost by humans, while the game and animation will unfold onto different timelines.
我々の本気を見せてあげま。高エネルギー反応。対象から攻撃。来ます。
Season, A Letter to the Future, coming in fall 2022, is a third-person adventure narrative bicycle road trip game set in a surreal mid-20th century where players pass a bicycle, a diary, a camera records his own life, explores a whole new strange and beautiful world, and finally finds out why the world repeatedly collapses.
The way she listened made you want to tell her everything.
I got to look in her journal. The world was telling her its secrets. I think she even figured out what will happen to us when the season ends. Is it going?
Showa American Story. The game features Showa America and girls resurrected from the dead in the apocalypse, with both exciting and strategic battles. This game is a new RPG by Suzuka. This work emphasizes the fierce and direct fighting style. Players will face hordes of incoming enemies in fast-paced, high-speed combat, move flexibly, attack, evasion, melee weapon, ranged weapons. There are other weird weapons. There are everything. Players can freely choose and match weapons with different performances, use different combat moves and attack styles, fight against characteristic enemies. Pacific Drive, a first-person driving survival game set in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Your car will be your only companion deep into the Olympic exclusion zone, a surreal mystical terrain abandoned for decades. In this roguelite-based road game, every time you leave the garage and enter the restricted area, you will encounter a strange anomaly and a surprising amount of radiation. Just make sure your car is intact, and you'll be able to explore safely, unearth resources, and delve into unique biomes that hold even more valuable rewards. Eternights is a fusion of two elements of love and action. Discover your own love story in the thrilling battle of survival. And date Monday, brave the dungeon on Tuesday. The monster came out on Friday. And the story of this work is that an unknown existence turns ordinary humans into vicious bloodthirsty monsters, forced to fight for their own survival. Players spend time developing relationships with 5 adorable characters with very different personalities. Learn about their respective stories and cultivate intimacy. Use this to unlock unique skills and spells used in battle. And scavenge for supplies. Explore the dungeon. Be brave to love. Find true love on a journey to save the world. Deathverse. Let It Die. Set in a world 100 years later, we'll see players fighting to become stars in the survival TV reality show Death Jamboree. Carnival of the Dead is a survival-type battle where players can see a variety of weapons such as hammers, knives, and katana. Master your favorite weapons and defeat your enemies with flamboyant moves to keep show viewers and sponsors excited. Become a star player on this hit show and make your way to even bigger fame.
Down from there.
Death Jamboree is packed with excitement! Maybe too much of it!
And our hunter caught his prey! Let's give him a big round of applause!
Granblue Fantasy Relink, originally planned to be released in 2022, has been postponed to 2023. The new game information scheduled to be released in June has also been postponed to December. Game producer Yuito Kimura said, "All art resources of the current game, script, dub, the music and other content have been completely completed. And now the focus of the production team is mainly on polishing the playability, reduce bugs, improve sound effects and graphics, thereby improving the overall experience of the game." Monochrome Mobius, Atonement in Time, the 20th anniversary commemorative work of the Legend of Things series. The developer said it is the one with the highest development expenditure so far, and the main characters of this work are all a familiar figure, telling stories from their youth. The game allows players to explore the map scene with a certain degree of freedom, trigger a battle after encountering an enemy. The system adopts a common command turn system, and the primary concept of this development is to let people enjoy the plot more purely. Therefore, the traditional turn-based system hopes to make players more indulged in interesting stories without being affected by gameplay.
Peace is
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Originally scheduled for release in 2022, but Warner Bros. Halted the project a while ago and handed over development entirely to another developed by a development team. Therefore, I don't know the possible release time of this work at present. There are personnel estimates in the industry, and it will take at least another 2 years.